persuade you to come in for a moment. I'm not the least bit tired, and the truth is, I really just don't want the evening to end.
Well, then, we mustn't let that happen.
Well, I can't remember the last time I've talked so much or enjoyed myself so much. Tonight's the first time that New York's been everything I hoped it would be.
Well, I've certainly had a lovely time. And I was terribly depressed, and you pulled me out of it. For that and all the other nice things you've done, I really thank you.
No. Thank you for letting me be myself. What would you think of another brandy?
Well, if I can help.
Well, the glasses are over there.
Fine.
You know, it seems impossible that I ever thought of you as gruff and humorless and something of a martinet.
Well, not really, because I found you pushy and arrogant and totally unappealing.
Unappealing? Even at my worst, I'm not.
Oh, but not anymore. Now, let me assure you, Nell, that I'll never find you unappealing again.
I'm not sure that I can even begin to explain the insanity of what's happened tonight.
Insanity?
Well, everything's turned upside down. Well, instead of being angry with you and resentful that my work wasn't going fast enough, I'm beginning to wonder if maybe coming back east mightn't have been a mistake after all. I all of a sudden find myself pleased with everything. Really pleased. And for the first time.
You know, there's something a little wrong here.
Wrong how?
Well, you seem to be thanking me, and I'm the one who should be thanking you.
I was sorry to see you so sad. I'm glad I could be of some help.
No, you were very generous, and you really straightened me out a lot. I really hope that you know how appealing I find you.
I'm beginning to get the idea.
Good. Because, to tell you the truth, the last thing I would want is to quarrel with you. Now. Now.
It's okay, Dee. It's only me.
Frank. What happened to Frank?
He's just the same. No change. That can't be very comfortable.
I have to go inside. Oh, I'm so tired.
Hey, honey, why don't you go home? I'll call you if there's anything...
No. I have to stay here. If Frank wakes up, I have to be here, Pat.
It's pretty unlikely he'll wake up tonight. If that new antibiotic doesn't start to work in a few hours...
You mean he might not wake up at all? Is that it?
It's possible. So really, there's no reason for you to sit up all night with him.
I can't take the chance.
What chance?
The chance that he might wake up and I might not be here.
You can't stay up all night and take care of the baby tomorrow.
Your mother's there.
She's got enough to do.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really don't know what to do. I want to stay here with Frank, but I know I should take care of little John.
It's tough.
Look, would you hold me for a minute, please?
Dee.
Look, no one is watching us. We're not doing anything.
Someone might see us.
Look, you're my brother-in-law, and you're comforting me.
That isn't...
That's true.
That's not what it looks like, though.
Pat,
Yeah?
do you ever think about us?
No.
I do. Sometimes.
Come on. Dee.
No. No, I do. Look, he isn't looking, and he isn't here. Look, he wouldn't learn anything that he hasn't known for the last couple of years. I just wanted to tell you that I haven't been very happy the last 3 years, that's all.
I know Frank's been pretty busy.
Look, he's never home, and even when he is home, he's so excited about the city council and the board of estimates.
Well, I don't know, Dee. I guess that's the way life is. Frank's ambitious. You have little John.
Well, if I was getting paid for cooking and cleaning and taking care of little John, I'd be very rich by now.
And if Frank hadn't fallen down the stairs, he'd be well now.
No, our lives would still be upside down.
What?
Well, I mean, Frank would still be busy, and I'd still be left out. Remember when we were young, and I used to run after you and Mary yelling, "Wait for me! Wait up! Me too! Me too!"
That was a long time ago.
Well, that's the way it's been with Frank for the last 3 years. You know, he just can't stop and wait and turn around. He's just got too many other people, and besides...
Besides what?
What?
You said besides.
I did. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Dee, I don't understand what you've been talking about.
You don't?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just think that things are gonna be very bad for me.
Oh, they don't have to be. There's still a chance.
No, there's no chance.
Now, come on, don't be that way. Whatever happens, you know the family will look after you.
I wish...
Wish what?
I was just thinking how much simpler it would have been if you would have married me.
Gosh, imagine finding you here.
What?
In the last 15 minutes, I've been through every patient room in neurology, the pharmacy, central supply, the cafeteria, and finally, entirely by chance, I've run into you here.
Well, in that case, I think the least I can do is ask you to sit down.
Oh, say, I brought you half an orange.
Thanks.
I'm sorry about the other half, but I had to keep my strength up while I looked for you.
Well, Bucky, here, you take some more. I don't want to be accused of having you suffer from low blood sugar on my account.
No, please, it's for you. I already had my share.
It's nice. Thanks.
Oh, well, I had to do something because, when you dropped by my room before, you changed me from an exhausted, overworked intern into a happy man. Well, an exhausted, overworked, happy man.
I didn't realize I'd accomplished all that. Good.
Well, your visit had a profound effect. You know, you have the most beautiful hair.
Bucky.
You know, it's the color of gold in Renaissance paintings. Sometimes, when I see you at the end of the corridor, I want to tell everybody to stop and turn around and look at you.
Bucky, you're being so sweet. I don't know what to do.
Well, you don't have to do anything.
I'll never be able to study with all this.
Well, I don't want you to study. I want you to talk to me.
I want to talk to you. I really do. I'd be glad to talk to you, but could we please talk about something, anything else besides how beautiful I am, the color of my hair, stuff like that?
Well, we don't have to talk at all.
Oh, Bucky, no, just stop, okay?
I'm sorry. Am I crowding you?
Yeah, you are. Just a little, though.
Oh, just this idiotic 30-minute break thing.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I know I have a half an hour off, and I waste the first 15 minutes of it searching for you, so that by the time I find you, I'm so aware that I only have 15 minutes left that I start rushing everything.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, look, I didn't come in here with the idea of chasing you around the room. All I wanted to do was be with you for a little while, that's all.
Well, I think we still have about at least 10 or 11 minutes left.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, it does sort of spoil things, doesn't it?
Look, could I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Look, well, we never get more than a few minutes together around here. Yeah, now, what about our getting away for a longer period of time?
Well, what do you mean by longer period of time? Do you mean like an evening like that?
Oh, now, when we have a night off, it only is about 4 hours, and that imposes a kind of pressure of its own. You have 4 hours. You will get to know each other better. You now have 3 hours and 59 minutes. Wow.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like that, too.
Well, look, tomorrow's an off day for both of us. Would you like to go down to the houseboat early in the morning so we'd have the whole day and leave the evening open?
Well, what do you mean about the evening?
Well, if we get bored, we can come back. But if we're having a good time and you want to stay, we'll stay longer. No pressures, no schedules, no deadlines, and no commitments.
And just let whatever happens just happen.
Right?
But no commitments, really.
Really. Faith, please come with me.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I'd like to come with you.
You will?
Yeah.
That is sensational. We'll have a terrific time. It'll be the best time, I promise.
Bucky, we can have a good time. I know we can have a good time.
It will be. Let's see. It will.
I know.
Ella, I'm so drawn to you. I'm almost astonished at the intensity of my own feelings.
Would you mind if we didn't go quite so fast?
Well, I will be disappointed.
Me too, as a matter of fact.
Well, then why?
I'm not even entirely sure. I think I'm frightened.
You serious?
I'm sorry, but I am.
Well, I think we better take a sip of brandy.
Thank you for doing that. You really are such a nice man.
Well, don't interpret that as a lack of interest.
Don't interpret that as a final answer.
Well, then what?
I don't know. I've been leading such an enclosed life the last few years. Seneca and I have gone through quite a long time of troubles.
I gathered something to that effect.
I suppose it's natural for a woman to daydream about other experiences, about a man who would be handsome and understanding, romantic, and who would arouse certain primitive passions.
I'd like to be that man.
I'm not so sure you're not. Maybe that's what's frightening me.
Well, now you've really lost me.
There was a moment there when you were kissing me, when I wanted you to make love to me desperately.
Well, that was certainly what I wanted.
Well, something is keeping me from letting it happen. I don't know whether it's my father's old-fashioned Puritan training or the fact that I'm still married, even though the marriage is over.
Maybe it's that we've progressed too quickly.
All I wanted when I first came back to New York was to get my own work started again. And then when that got squared away, I wanted to delve into all the wonderful things the city has to offer. The art galleries, the museums, the theater. But I had no romantic expectations at all.
So I surprised you.
You scared me.
Oh, well, perhaps we can overcome that.
I suppose we could give it a try.
Well, you know, it'd be good for me. My I mean, I've had my nose to the hospital grindstone for such a long time now. If I could get away every now and then and explore the city with you.
Well, that sounds wonderful.
Well, my students are always telling me that I should try this little Armenian restaurant or go to that off-Broadway play. What do you say we do it together?
Tomorrow night, the next night, we'll make a gigantic list and do them all.
There, you puzzle me. Now, one minute you're frightened and you draw back into yourself, and the next minute you want to go on the town.
Do I have to be consistent?
No, it's not essential.
It all does make sense in a way. But please don't ask me to explain.
All right.
I'd like the good feelings between us to grow. Really.
Let's work for that, then.
Yes. I don't know. Maybe it's just a matter of getting out from under Seneca's shadow. He's dominated my life for so long now. I don't want to go on letting him dominate it now.
Let me see if I can help you with that.
Yes, thank you. I'd like that.
There wasn't any way we could have been happy together, Delia, because you were ready to get married and I wasn't.
That was so crazy.
Maybe, but that's the way it was.
Crazy. It was so crazy, the way I was about being married. Hello?
Oh, hello, Dee Dee.
I was looking for you.
What's going on?
Oh, I'm just excited, that's all.
Yeah? About what?
Isn't it beautiful? Frank gave it to me. I'm gonna be married.
You and Frank?
I'm gonna be a good wife. I'm gonna be just like your mother. I'm gonna do everything just the way I should.
Are you sure, Dee? I mean...
I'm not sure I love Frank. Of course I do, Pat.
I believe you.
And I love the idea of being married and having a home together. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Well, I knew Frank and you were going around together,
Well,
but...
we were seeing each other for months, but you weren't around.
I'm just having a hard time adjusting to this, that's all.
Well, I don't belong to you anymore. It's really not up to you whether I get married or I don't. I love your brother, and he loves me. Aren't you gonna wish us some happiness?
Well, I do. I really do.
I can't think of anything nicer than having Frank Ryan as a husband and Pat Ryan as a brother-in-law. Unless it was the other way around.
Deke, what are you doing?
Sometimes I'm not so sure.
What do you mean?
How I can be this way. You know, I love you both. Well, not exactly the same way. I mean, I feel different about both of you. But I love you both.
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
Sure it does. I love you like a clown in the circus. And I just want to be with you every minute. Because you make me laugh and you make me feel good.
Then how can you marry Frank?
Because I love him, Pat. I mean, he's a good man. And he makes me feel safe. And I really, really want to have a home with him. I guess I'm just hung up on the Ryans, huh?
You mean that about Frank?
Sure. He's great. Pat, you know he's great.
Oh, sure.
We're gonna have a good marriage. I mean, he's already made so many plans.
Dee, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Frank knows that you were my girl in high school. And while I was in college. He knows we spend a lot of time together. But I think that's all he knows. Unless you told him more, did you?
No. But if he asks me, I'll tell him the truth.
You're not doing this because of us.
No, Pat.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Frank asked me to marry him, and you haven't.
Why does everybody have to get married? It's not time yet. It's too soon.
Well, maybe it's not time for you, but it's time for me. For me, Pat.
Well, I guess all I can do is say best wishes. Best wishes, Dee.
Thanks. I'm sorry you don't want to get married. Because if you did... But you don't. So, I'm gonna marry your brother. It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Dr. Ryan?
Yes?
Your brother's temperature is down a whole degree.
It is.
You know, and he seems to be breathing a little easier.
It's working. The supplement's working.
Pat, what happened?
Frank's got a real chance.
Oh, God.
It's okay, Dee. It's okay. Frank's turned the corner.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.